right, there she goes. Timeout is on her way out. Heading off with the new owner. She's been a very good little boat. And now it's time to go to something bigger. Bigger. All right, we're gonna go look at another boat. It is, right back there. It's been parked for a while. Hopefully we're still in good shape. All right, we're taking it home. It's a bit of a project, but I think in the long run it's gonna be worth it. So let me show you what we got. It is a Hunter H26, late 90s. She is way bigger than Timeout, even though she's the same length. But I'm looking forward to get into this thing and dig into it and tear it apart and get her all revived and freshened back up. All right, we made it home safe. The trailer actually worked really, really well. We put some air in the tires. They were a little rough for a few minutes, but they balanced out. Surge brakes work. I mean, everything really seems good to go on the trailer, so I'm excited about that. We got a little bit of a lighting issue, but no big deal. But let me show you where she sits. All right, here she is. Kind of got her off on the side of the property because I need to move some things around to be able to get her in the spot I want to work on her, but she's in a good enough place to be able to get started on cleaning her up. So let me give you kind of a tour of what we're dealing with. All right, so here she is from the back. We got the somewhat like sugar scoop style rear of the boat, which is super cool. I really like the ladder system. Makes it easy getting in and out of the water, which Timeout was not very good at all. It was gonna be a challenge to get in and out, so this will be a whole lot easier. And here's our cockpit. So, very, very dirty. So one of the first things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to clean this whole area up and see what I can get it to look like. See across the top here, again, a lot of this stuff is, I think it's gonna come off. It's mostly dirt. So we'll do a really good scrubbing here in a minute and clean it all up. Hopefully make it look good. All right, so we got some presents down there, and I need to figure out how to move this chiller out of the way, but there's our fuel tank. Probably gonna have to replace all that. Pretty yucky down there. I don't know if there's any fuel in it. It's empty, so we'll clean it up and see. Probably gonna have to replace the bulb, but I'm gonna figure out what size fuel tank I want to put in here and what'll fit. I'll do some measurements and maybe put a new tank in here after I clean all this up. So one of the things this guy has, the motor seems to be nice. It just needs to be cleaned up, probably carburetor gone through, but it's got an early 2000s 9.9 horsepower Mercury with these remote cables. It's a remote control system. I gotta untie it all to be able to show it to you, but it's basically like a normal like shifting throttle situation. I have a feeling I'm gonna abandon all this, and the reason that is I want a motor with electric start, and I also want a motor with the electric start that charges my batteries while the motor's running. Okay, so this is what we're starting with. You can see all the black, and I'll tell you right now, it is way worse in person. Just embedded in. The sides are not horrible, actually. Where it was stored, it had things on each side of it, so I think that kind of blocked this, but up top we're in bad shape. So you can see all along here just how gross and dirty it is. Focus, there we go. All right, I've done a little preliminary scrubbing and kind of spraying down with the hose. No real luck, so it's time to call in the big guns. All right, you've seen this in my other videos. When I need to clean something, it's the Superclean stuff. It is so much stronger than Simple Green. So I'm just gonna take some out of the bottle, throw it in here, mix it up, use a little scrub brush, and we're going to see what we can accomplish. All right, a little progress has been made. I've been scrubbing away with the Superclean. So I want to show you how this stuff works. Now, it doesn't take everything off. You got to scrub, you got to use some elbow grease, but I find that it's one of the more effective things that you need to do. Keep in mind any waxes or stuff you have on the boat, it's going to get all stripped off, so you will need to take care of that. But let me show you the difference. All right. Obviously, that side has not been cleaned. I have hosed it down, though, actually. So it's been sprayed down with my nozzle with a jet. But then over here, I've been scrubbing with the Superclean. And again, you can see what this does. There are areas in here I do want to go back and like polish and wax so that all the smooth areas are sealed. The texture portion, you can't do much with that, but again, it's, you know, it's clean, which is nice. So we're not sitting in filth as opposed to over here. And, you know, I think that this side was actually almost a little worse than this side. Maybe not, but either way. So some really good progress. Okay, so this is the other side, and this is me spending a good hour scrubbing and scrubbing with our Superclean solution, similar to Simple Green, just a little stronger. So what I did is I just poured it into a bucket and diluted it, and you can see how much better the boat looks. The thing I'm really happy about compared to Time Out, there's really no gel coat blemishes. Now, I'm gonna have to polish and wax, maybe wet sand in a few areas, maybe, but I'm gonna need to polish and wax. And then this window is shot, so we're gonna have to address that, which I've got a plan for. The port lights are shot, I've got a plan. So coming around the back, I do wanna delete the squiggle. It's gonna be a little difficult because I'm sure under the squiggle, the boat is wider, so the squiggle will show up, but I don't really like the squiggle, and I want to remove it without damaging the gel coat. There's some tricks to that. I've played around with it on our motorhome, and I wasn't super happy with the way it went, but I've got maybe some other ideas. Coming around here, cockpit cleaned up really nice. I got a few footprints in it from washing and dirty, so I'll need to scrub that a little more. If anyone knows how to seal anti-slip, you know, you don't really wax that from what I hear, but if anyone has any idea of how to do the anti-slip, how to seal it so it keeps it from getting so dirty and keeping it cleaner, let me know. All right, so got a little bit of a cleaned up cockpit here, which feels a lot better. Still need to do another round of it and then get into all these nooks and crannies. And then this is the issue. It looks worse than it is. But it got really dirty because some of these slats were missing when it was stored for a long time. There was the canvas over it, but a lot of dust and dirt got in. So I need to get in here and clean this. But what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go through all this stuff, and I'm gonna box up a bunch of things to donate. And I'm gonna go through everything in here. Can't really give much of a tour because it's just, there's stuff everywhere. Ugliest curtains I've ever seen in my life. Those need to go. Got a lot of work to do, but really good bones. You know, we have a galley, which is cool with a sink and a stove and a place for a cooler. We have a not full, but we have a bathroom. We have a head, which again, just needs to be cleaned up. Hanging locker, a lot of really cool stuff. So I'm gonna get this kind of decluttered and you can get a better look at everything. All right, not a lot to see. I'm just cleaning. I'm starting on the galley and getting it all squared away. I've cleaned up a lot of the stuff down here from where the rain got in. Man, my feet are dirty. I still need to clean this up a lot more, but it's definitely coming along. A bonus, found a Magna grill. I haven't opened it up to see how kind of condition it's in, but Magna grills are not cheap and happen to be on the boat, which is awesome. So that's a bonus. It was down here where they in the cooler storage. So I'm finishing cleaning this up. We got a 2-burner alcohol stove. I need to learn about those. I've heard some people hate them, some people love them. I don't think you can get them anymore, but I've heard they work really well. So I'm interested to see what that's all about. Opened up the little portal here. It's in pretty rough shape. At the very least, it's going to need a new rubber gasket. Kind of looks like it's leaking a little bit right there. So I don't know if we're going to need to replace this or if we can refurbish it. But another thing that's crazy is these guys, this I think was all done by them. It's some kind of little extra tray system, which is kind of interesting. But hey, it's a little extra storage. So that's kind of cool. A little wine glass holder. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's coming along. We're cleaning it up. Definitely happy with the purchase. I think the biggest thing is going to be how wide this cockpit is. It's pretty awesome. So yeah. All right, it's the next day. I have to say, I become really happy with this purchase. There are things I need to deal with, of course, but I've got my title taken care of and everything's transferred our name, so we officially own it, which we all know if you followed our restoration on timeout, that was not the easiest thing in the world to do. But on this boat, it was pretty smooth sailing. So I did notice that there is, some water getting in. I kind of washed some things off, in the cockpit, and I noticed water getting into through the companionway. So we need to kind of figure that out and seal that off so that doesn't become an issue. So what I found is that there's a couple pieces of wood here that I think are going to help with this, and I'll show that to you and how I'm going to put it back together. So the companionway has this like acrylic, whoop, almost got me. Got this acrylic slider, and there's a couple pieces of wood that like straighten it all out and get it all sorted. And I need to put that all back together. I found the screws, found the pieces of wood. So I'm gonna kind of reassemble this thing so I can properly open and close it. And we'll have to try to test it to see if we can find a way to make it watertight. I did notice that one of the rails for the slats is broken at the top. So I don't know how big of a deal that is, if that's causing the leak. If so, I'll need to replace it. It looks like they are available. They're not the cheapest thing in the world, but it is what it is. All right, so in exploring the head, I went and pushed down on the little toilet plunger thing, and it just obliterated. So we're gonna have to replace that toilet. And then we got a whole nother treasure trove of stuff we need to pull out and go through what we're going to keep and what we're going to throw away and what we'll donate. So I think it's going to be a balance of all that stuff. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video off here because like you can see behind me, got a bunch of junk to go through. I've got a ton of stuff in this boat that I just need to sort through, and there's really nothing fun for you guys to follow along with that. I will share with you any cool findings that I come up with in digging through everything. Overall, I'm super happy with our Hunter purchase. I think it's gonna go really, really, really well. So follow along. We're gonna do a lot of upgrades to the boat. We're gonna do a lot of restoration work. This is not gonna have to be as extensive as timeout. There are some things that I have a sneaky suspicion I'm gonna have to deal with. But overall, I'm excited to be a part of the Hunter family. So, thanks for everyone that watches the videos and likes and subscribes to our channel. We really appreciate it, and we'll be back soon with updates.